Yo, what up guys, iReapism here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the other backend stuff that I haven't showed you with last episode. And I noticed something. If you look this way, or if I'm in this area, I get a significantly higher FPS. Let's say if I reload chunks. No, like before I record, if I look this way and I'm in this area, I have normal frame rate, but when I look this way, it goes down to 30, 40, 50-ish, depending on if I'm recording or not. And yeah, it's because of all these block updates. So I know why it's the clocks, but nobody's ever going to be here, so that never really concerns me too much. You know, as in the player, like I can deal with it, but you know, it's not affecting you guys playing RaZe. So I never showed you the silence system, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna silence myself for, that's 1 second. Let's do 5 seconds. So this is what it looks like. You get these particles, and then the Reaper silence, his passive's disabled, and he becomes invisible again. So it works with the Reaper very well, always. It'll never fail. It'll just set you back to invisible. And stun system works the same way. In RaZe, if you're stunned, you cannot move your screen. Okay, so it's like an actual stun. So you can't like use certain abilities that require aiming with it. You can only use your radius abilities. It's kind of the technical term for what I'm doing is called a root, because you can still use abilities. In MOBAs, if you're stunned, you can't use any abilities. And yeah, so this is technically a root, but largely the player base that's going to be playing RaZe is probably not familiar with MOBAs. And if they are, that's great and everything, but even though it's a MOBA Minecraft, I am striving to the, you know, not the most educated person in terms of MOBA, so I want people that haven't played MOBAs before to understand what a stun means, because if I say root, it's a lot more difficult to comprehend than a stun, at least in my opinion. So that's why I call it stun, but it is rooting. You can't move on your screen. It's a perfect stun. If you do it while in the air, you get stunned in the air, which is really cool. So yeah, I really like this mechanic. It's pretty cool stuff. Now there's one thing with this, is that you can't move your screen, and I'm actually fine with that. So my stun system is actually flawless this way. If you disregard the not moving the screen part, if you don't know what's happening, I'm just teleporting a person to an armor stand. But there's a lot more to it. To keep it stable and to handle more than one stun instance on the player. It's a little bit more complicated. Ease did build that part, so credit to Ease. And also the sound system I worked out, because it's not really difficult at all. This is a sound system. Particles. Only one command block for the Reaper passive, and then remove silence as long as you have silence score. So it's really not difficult. And basically the reason for that is that all the abilities that are affected by silence already are built in to be affected by silence. So everything works now. Dark Rain, you can't cast it while you're silenced, I promise you. With the Cropper class, you can't. And the Reaper does apply 5-second silence on max rank, which I did work on. So that's what I'm going to show you. I did do the item progression command blocks for this stuff now, finally. So here we go. All the way up to 5. You can see I did buff Reaper a little bit. His cooldown is now 120 instead of 180. So that's really good. I think one stun instance every 2 minutes is fine. Especially that he can miss it pretty easy in the early game. Late game he's going to be more, you know, it's going to do a lot more for him. So it does do 9 pure damage now at max rank, so yeah, that might get nerfed though. I might remove the damage altogether. It depends how this how Reaper performs with Death Whisper. So we'll have to see during beta if I need to nerf that. But Yeah, guys, I did work on all this stuff. It did take quite a long time. And the item progression command blocks, guys, it takes so long at time and finding. Like, it's dead easy, but it's so easy to mess up. It is very easy to mess up, so I've been messing up a lot actually recently on the item progression command blocks. I actually had some instances where, let's see, which command block did I do it? Alright, so with the clone, how I clone the command block up here to the command block over there on the cooldown, where it gives you back your item off cooldown. I actually replaced the command block in a completely different spot. Basically, and also over here, like, I would come over, like, I'd be like, alright, I need to add torque T, you know, over here, and I would come, instead of coming over here, like with the lifesteal, I replace this one instead, because they look the same, identical clocks, and I'm so used to coming back here, because I was working on Cropper, that it completely escaped me that I was replacing the wrong command block, and it took me, you know, a few hours to actually figure it out. So it is very time consuming, guys. Do not downplay item progression, command blocks, and RaZe. This stuff takes a long time. It's going to take a long time. And believe it or not, I only did Divine Execution and Death Whisper, and that took a day. Just these two items. And that's only for the Marauders. So it takes a hell of a long time. You have to concentrate, you have to put on music. You can't really talk on Skype. I do talk on Skype, and you know, it's really making me suffer in terms of, you know, it's making me take longer, technically speaking, with me messing up. But you know, guys, as I get used to item progression command blocks and I'm in the groove of item progression command blocks, you know, adding progression command blocks in the future is going to be a lot easier for me, so it's not going to be too difficult with Markra and Nizerth and so on. So yeah, until then, I built Cropper completely, so we're going to take a look at Cropper. Okay, when I say completely, I mean disregarding his ultimate. His passive works and all that stuff, so yeah, let's take a look at that. So I'm going to do this on camera, guys, because I want you guys to see the back end stuff in RaZe. This is the whole idea with the series. So RaZeism class 2, and I should have every capability of the Cropper right now. I don't have to modify anything. So all I need is the items. So I have it over here, right? Yep, see, I already have all the capabilities of Cropper. So we're not going to use Divine Justice, but here's Corrupt. So scoreboard, player, objectives, set display sidebar, C corrupt. No, not C corrupt, what am I doing? M speed. Alright, so you see how I have base 25 movement speed? When you use an ability as Cropper, any ability you use gives you movement speed, okay? So at rank 1, which my movement speed, or my passive is, it gives you 5. So let me just show you. I have 5 potency, then it goes to 10, then 15, then 20, then 25 at max rank. So it adds 5 every time I upgrade my passive. So it's a really, really strong passive, because it's in correlation to my ability use. So that's really strong when you have a class that's passive is in correlation to their abilities or their main focus as an overall character. So this is how you want to design a class if you're making a MOBA. I've been getting a lot of questions about this. You know, people aspiring MOBA creators for Minecraft. So yeah, I'm one of those too. So I'm just one of those guys. So watch, I just made it give me 50, so I'm gonna have 75. You can see how potent the passive is. So it's a flat 1.5 seconds, so you won't ever see it. So 15 is 1.5 seconds. So yeah, it's 5. But you know what's interesting, guys, is that some abilities, like target damage, every tick of fireball you get, you won't actually see it because I didn't do the lore text for this stuff. But at max rank, or at 3rd rank, you'll have 3, which is your max fireball count. And for every fireball it spawns, if you remember target damage, like this, every time you spawn it, it's going to tick your passive. So if I just demonstrate this, so basically I just changed these command blocks. So if that's 1 through 20, now I make it 1 through 40. That's 2 ticks. And then over here, I just make it 40, 40. And there we go. It's ready. So 1 passive tick, 1 passive tick. So really strong. When I record, the fireballs freak out. They're not like this in the slightest, so I'm not recording. That's a rendering issue with, you know, external uses on the client. So like this stuff, display update, it has something to do with that. Oh my god, game render is getting wrecked by display render. Jesus, what is going on? That is actually decreasing my frame rate as I put that up. So yeah, guys, that's a demonstration with target damage. For Dark Rain, it does not tick every time, but this is the top progressive stats for Dark Rain. That's the radius and the fireball count. So every time you level it up, this thing gets really potent. So that's only 1 tick. So I'm going to show you guys Dark Rain and stuff. So let's summon some pigs as demonstration. So here's Corrupt, 2 block radius. It does pure damage. And that's Dark Rain. So on cooldown, there's casting times with these abilities. So casting on the bottom, as you see with the blaze rod, and then it says on cooldown. So very good visual information I'm doing in my MOBA. So the player knows, alright, there's a cast time. So yeah, as long as you're raining fireballs, you can't use another ability. So casting time is actually a thing. So watch this. If I right click target damage, you see how the blaze rod's there? I can't right click until it goes away. See? You heard me right clicking the whole time there. And the same thing with Dark Rain applies. As long as you see that blaze rod, essentially. It won't be a blaze rod when I texture it, but for now it's a blaze rod. Whenever you see a blaze rod, it's basically casting time in RaZe. So see, I have it. I couldn't right click until it finished. So yeah, that's how it works. Casting times in RaZe. You cannot use any ability while you're casting another. So really, you take a look at how strong Cropper is, but then he has casting time. So his control is very limited, because if he uses his main spells, target damage and Dark Rain, he can't use his follow-up Corrupt, which is the pure damage. So, and the 30% slow. And Dark Rain, it helps him with Dark Rain. So use it like that, and then you can use this for AoE slow bomb. So if I did scoreboard, teams, join, rafter, you'll see that I got slowed for 15. See, I have 25 base, and then when I get near him, I have 10. There's slow bombs. And that also progresses with as you level up. So that's really cool stuff. So yeah, guys, I showed you Cropper. I told you guys this class is gonna come out really strong in beta, I think, and it's gonna be a matter of numbers to balance this class, but it's going to be a lot of fun. This passive in the late game is gonna make him so much fun. In the early game, he kind of blows because his radius is 2 in the beginning. So what are you doing? Like, what kind of damage are you doing to anything, really? So that being said, yeah, that's Corrupt. In the early game, it is pretty bad. So let's just take a look at some of the guardians and stuff, like I did before when I made Cropper. Game mode 2. So if he starts targeting me, got him with that. Hit him with that. There you go. Easy. So yeah, guys, I showed you all the progressive stuff for the Reaper, right? There is one more thing you guys need to see for the Reaper class, which is awesome. This is so cool. You guys will be like, wow, that's it. You're actually gonna be wowed by this. because it's pretty awesome. So let me summon something with a lot of health, like a villager golem, or a iron golem, as we would call it, not by the name of summoning it. So we're gonna go to game mode 2. Hit sounds. Yeah, for the Reaper. Aha! Get wrecked, boys. Get wrecked. Yeah, so we have hit sounds in RaZe. At least for the Reaper. This is max rank Scythe, by the way, so if I'm obliterating his health, you know why. So I also do particles, so summon Iron Villager Golem. Let's go in creative mode though. Game mode 1. So I have like this magical particles that emit from me. I'll summon another mob so you can hear the sound more clearly. We'll do a wither with no AI. Let's try, that's a lot of health. A horse does, right? Entity horse. No. Oh, mommy. Alright. Then there's, what else can we use? Pig. So yeah, it's a really cool sound for now. I mean, it's just an iron golem, or it's a blaze hit sound, I think, with a really high pitch. So yeah, it's pretty, you know, simple stuff. It's actually really easy to do this. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next episode where we take a look at Macro, or we might do the health system or something like that. But yeah. A lot of progress has been made in the realm of RaZe, so I'm continuing full on. We're trying to redo the lobby system. But yeah, take care, guys. Peace out now.